What's up, sports bettors? Get the drinks ready. College football all week long, and I'm going to be taking you through two very sharp bets that you should lock in now. So the first game we're going to be looking at is Washington, Michigan State. So Washington is favored currently on the money line, but lines have been drifting towards Michigan State, and you can kind of see right now the best price that you can get on Washington is minus 154 on Pinnacle, and then the best price that you can get on Michigan State is plus 150 on Bet365. Right? So as a sharp bettor, you always need to make sure you're getting great prices, you're getting good odds. You know, if you're placing bets at plus 133 on Casumo, when there's another bookmaker in your location giving you plus 150, you're never going to make money, right? You're never going to make money betting on college football because you're at such a disadvantage due to getting such terrible prices, right? So you always need to be line shopping and looking for value in the odds. But anyways, the play I have is actually on the spread. So it's a positive EV bet. That I ended up hammering, so I hammered it big. You can see it right here. Michigan State plus 3.5, minus 110 for $2,000. And the reason I really love this bet is there's just clear value, right? You can see that Pinnacle, the sharpest sports book in the world, they're pricing this all the way down at minus 131 because lines have been moving towards Michigan State. And Caesars is just a little stale, still offering minus 110, right? You can kind of see if we click into the point spread, most sportsbooks have the spread at 3, right? There's a big difference between the spread being at 3 and 3.5, right? And you can see most sportsbooks actually have Michigan State plus 3 as the favorite outcome at minus 115. So juice towards Michigan State plus 3, right? BetOnline and DraftKings both have MSU plus 3 at minus 115. And we're able to get plus 3.5 at minus 110. So that's a lot of value. Right? As a sharp bettor, you're always looking for value. You know, the pros don't win on point spread wagers like 80% of the time, right? They win 55% of the time, 56%, right? Whereas the average recreational square bettor wins 50% of the time. So the difference between like making a living betting on sports and being a terrible, sports bettor who loses your shirt is the difference of like 6%. So being able to get a spread, buy it up half a point from 3 to 3.5, which is a key number in football, is incredible value. So Michigan State plus 3.5 is a bet I'm all over at minus 110 odds, $2,000 stake. And again, the profit margin of this play is 1.92%. So that's basically what OddsJam does, right? It scans millions of odds, updates them in real time across the sports betting market to try to find those rare few discrepancies, such as Michigan State plus 3.5, minus 110, where you're actually getting enough value to outweigh the VIG, right? Sportsbooks make money by, as you can see on most spreads, saying, hey, you have to bet $11 to win back 10. So the sportsbook has the inherent advantage due to the VIG or the spread they charge, which is their business model. So for a bet to be mathematically profitable or positive EV, the sportsbook has to be screwing up pretty big. And what OddsJam does, what the plus EV page does, is scans all these sportsbooks, updating lines in real time to find those few opportunities where sportsbooks are slipping up big enough that the bet is profitable. So it's just your job as a sharp bettor, literally to go down this page and place as many bets as you can. You're not going to win every bet, but because all of your bets have an edge, have a mathematical profit margin, you're guaranteed to win in the long run. So your whole goal is just place as many bets as you can, right? Such as Michigan State plus 3.5. Now, the second pick I have, and this strategy applies to any sport, right? It's not just college football, NFL, soccer, whatever. You're always looking for an edge as a sports bettor. An edge just means there's value in the odds enough to outweigh the VIG or the juice, right? You have to find bets that are profitable. So the second pick I have is over 49 in Wyoming Air Force. This total opened at like 47. It's all the way up on most sports books to like, if we take a look, 50, 49.5. So the total's been heading a lot higher. And WynnBet is stale at over 49 at minus 110. So this bet's actually more profitable, but I could only bet $990 on it. So I hit this for $990. I hit this for $2,000. Boom. And boom, right? Your goal is just place as many sharp positive EV bets as you can. So my two bets, you just add in your edge, you add in your stake, have a combined profit margin of $70, So I like showing people this as well. which is just kind of like, okay, let's say your average bet has a 2.5% profit margin. Your unit size is 75 bucks. You're placing 1 unit on every OddsJam positive EV bet. You know, how many bets do you have to place to break even? Or, you know, to make $1,000 a month? So that number, you just kind of can reverse engineer the math. There will be a copy of this spreadsheet kind of in the description. You have to play 17 bets a day, 18 bets a day, with a $75 bet size and an average EV percentage of 2.5%. So if your average EV percentage is 2.5%, you're betting $75. You know, your goal is place 18 bets a day if you want to earn $1,000 a month, right? And of course, there will be some variability. It's not like every day, you know, you're going to make a bunch of money. But since all your bets have an edge, you'll make money over the course of the month. You just need to place a large sample size of wagers. Anyways, so my 2 bets, 72.65 in profit margin. I'll be tracking, you know, just going forward. I think it was starting last night with NFL Week 2 video. I just decided it probably makes sense to track profit and loss for any plays I give out in a YouTube video. So here's what we currently have open. Under 43.5 Packers Bears, over 48.5 Bills Titans, under 37.5 Wilson longest completion, so that's tonight. Over 49.5, over 49 Wyoming Air Force, Michigan State plus 3.5. Let's make some money.